Friends. So this video is just to share with you guys some things that I've been doing throughout this time of quarantine and online classes and boredom that have really helped me not be too hard on myself but also stay productive. I think it's really important right now that we do not pressure ourselves to have a structured daily schedule, which, if you know me, sounds blasphemous coming from my mouth because I am only okay with a very structured schedule. But this is such a weird time, and I don't want any of you to put pressure on yourself to try and do 100 things in one day and be productive every day and get up early every day. Yes, you should still be productive and practice self-care things like working out and eating right and getting up early and what have you, but do not feel pressure to do it every day. This is a time where we can recharge and have a little more time to get our things done. So procrastination is actually a little okay. So things that you can do instead of just scrolling through social media. I know for me, this has been the biggest issue since we've gone on quarantine, is that I am on my phone all the time. And I just want to be in bed and be on my phone and scroll through whatever. So 2 things that I've done to allow me to still kind of be lazy and stay in bed, but also do something productive with my extra time, is I've downloaded 2 apps. One is Duolingo. If you don't know, my minor in undergrad was Spanish. I really enjoy learning more about Spanish, getting better at speaking it, because reading and writing is okay, but speaking it is not okay. It's not fun and I'm not good at it. So I downloaded that and I just set a goal on the app to do it at least 30 minutes every day. And it's really been more fun and kind of gone into my social media routine. I'll open Instagram, I'll open Duolingo, I'll open Facebook, whatever. And the second app that I downloaded was a puzzle app, and there are so many different kinds. It depends on what you like to do and what interests you. Even things like Candy Crush can count as this, and it's just something to use your brain while you're just on your phone passing time and just stay active mentally instead of just scrolling through mindless apps. So the next thing that I suggest, and everyone's gonna roll their eyes, but it's okay, is reading. So I am definitely a lifelong reader. I love reading. I've always read for fun. I was one of those kids that always had to get yelled at to put their book down when the teacher was talking. I know it sounds ridiculous. And I've actually struggled with this a lot in quarantine, is getting back to me being able to read for fun and having time to read for fun. And I don't know, it's a great thing. Again, going back to the beginning of this video, do not put pressure on yourself to read a book every single week, but it's just another thing that can let you escape reality, do something else besides social media or Netflix or anything that you have been doing consistently and overwhelmingly during the quarantine. It can be really useful and helpful, and again, it's practicing your brain power. So the next thing is just personal self-care. I know it's really tempting to stay in bed all day, every day, but at least a couple days a week, do some things that you've been really needing to do for you. For me, this was like being able to moisturize and being able to do a face mask once a week. Because beforehand, I didn't feel like I had time to do any of these things when I was on my busy schedule, normally with school and jobs and everything else. But taking time to do personal self-care things that you enjoy and that you need to work on is really important during this time. This can include eating healthy and working out, which I strongly suggest. I still run 4 or 5 days a week. I work out in my house, stuff like that. But if one week I only work out 2 days a week, it's okay. It's not a big deal. Just making sure that you are getting out of bed and doing something, even if it's just going for a walk, is really useful. And it can pass the time and the boredom. The last thing especially since I'm posting this for my college class that I help teach, is professional development. Now, you might not be in this stage, I don't know, but professional development is really important, especially in the upcoming months. It will be very important, especially if you are looking for a summer job, if you were already looking for a job, if you lost your job, you need a new job, if you get less hours now and you need a second job for the summer and the upcoming months when everything opens back up. Working on your professional portfolio will be vital. During this time, you can spruce up your resume, you can do your recommendations and make them formatted nice. You can reach out to people who are hiring. You can do volunteer work if you can. I know we can't gather in big groups, but there are opportunities out there. And just working on your professional portfolio will be really important during this time. And it will look really good to employers or schools, if you're applying to schools, that you did something during this time of quarantine. So yeah, that is the last thing that I have. And one thing that I do suggest doing now that we can almost see the light at the end of the tunnel, we don't know exactly when quarantine's going to end, but all of the cases are slowing down in a lot of areas. Something I suggest that's just a little more fun is making a post-quarantine bucket list. And this is just writing down everything you want to go do that you're missing right now, or that you wanted to do but now couldn't because of the quarantine. This can include going to a Mexican restaurant all the way to going on that vacation that you've always wanted to go on to, and things that you still want to keep up that you have been doing during quarantine. If you have started reading, if you have been going on walks, things that you want to do or keep doing after the quarantine. This has been really important to me to just kind of visualize that things will go back to normal and we will be able to do the fun things that we want to do, like go to the beach. And yeah, so that was just something interesting that I kind of stole from a friend, but she did more of a vision board and I'm more of a list person, so either one will work for that. And just remember that things are going to go back to normal, and make sure you utilize your time wisely and rest up.